Good day, folks. Today we're actually working up a cow that we butchered, and we've got the grinders going, we got the packers going. My job, I'm just finishing up the last bit of it. That was frozen. We chunk it up in chunks, and Ben is working it in there and putting a little bit of fat with it. Trying to shoot for about a 80-20 blend. So he's got a coarse. There's a coarse head on there, and then we have the fine head in this one. So that's the second, what you call the second grind. And these are what we call the LEM grinders. They're really a good grinder. We got these from Bass. Actually, this one's ours. That other one is one of our landowners. And we've worked up a full cow here in about
around 8:30.
Yeah, around 2 hours. And so Ben uses that plastic piece. You don't want to stick your hand down in there,
unless you want
yeah,
some fingers in your burger.
There's a grinder down in there. You can see it turning. Oop, get out of your way there. You're good. But once he puts it through this second grinder, boy, it comes out. You'll see it in a minute. It's just beautiful hamburger. And again, it's got just a little bit of pork fat with it. This was a cow that was really lean. She didn't have a lot of fat on her. She was very fleshy. I mean, she had good weight on her. She just didn't have a lot of fat. And so we're adding just a little bit with it to make it cook up better in the skillet, or if you're going to grill it, whatever. And then we have our packing crew over here. Yeah, look at that.
They're 2-pound packages.
Jan says they're 2-pound packages.
Brenda's over there weighing them.
So yeah, Brenda's got a scale over here.
Okay, pressure's on her.
Yep. And so she's preparing it for Frank. He's got the vacuum sealer over there. So she's got her weight. And Frank is wiping down the bag. And he puts it in that lip. Pushes it down and hits and vacuum and seal. So you can see what it's doing. It's sucking all the air out of that. Well, that's a lot better than a Ziploc bag. Makes a really nice, attractive package. You don't have to worry about frost burn or anything like that. You don't have to worry about blood coming out in your freezer. And it's sealed. It's going to go in our freezer. So we got our winter, you might say our winter meat laid out here, and it's working really well. But I want to show you this other grinder. Ben's wrapping up the last little bit here. Okay, now he's going to move it over to the what we call the final grind. What Ben found out was we don't really use that plunger so much there to push it in. On the final grind, you just let it flow through. If you push on it, it seems to kind of want to back up and come up the throat. If you just let that thing all go through there, look at that.
Yeah, you know, sometimes a little hot.
It's just beautiful. Beautiful grass. This is grass fed, grass finished, never had a bite of grain, just raised on forages its whole life. No grain at the end, it's just 100% herbs. Animals are herbivores, they do quite well on grass and weeds and tree leaves and everything else.
That's pastured pork too, right? The fat.
Yeah, the fat is pastured pork, that's right. We had some froze in the freezer from some of the pigs. We had just a little bit. We're kind of shooting for about an 80-20. And it's not, exact science, but it's coming out pretty nice. We did fry up a couple of little burgers when we started just to see if we got it right. And they fried up really well in the skillet. Had a good flavor to them, so I think we got our percentages about right. That's a really efficient way. You know, if we hadn't had this second grinder, we'd have had to grind it with this one, take that coarse one off, put the fine grind on there, and then re-grind it all. Folks, you got to work with this meat while it's frozen. That meat is cold. I know because I just chopped it up into chunks using this big knife. And it was frozen in Ziploc bags, about 15 pounds in a chunk.
How long did we take the thawed out?
We set it out yesterday morning, didn't we?
Sunday.
Sunday morning.
Well, Monday night.
Monday, and this is Wednesday. So, yeah, it took a couple of days, but we put it in coolers. You don't want to just set out room temperature. So, this has really worked well. We have the packing crew, the grinding crew, and Jan, you want to show what you were doing?
I'm making bags.
Okay.
It's not a rocket science thing. I've never done it before till today.
And what do you do with that bag? Okay.
I'm going to put it here in the sealer. Operate, and I'm just sealing the one end. Frank's, after it's been stuffed, he seals. His is a little nicer vacuum thing. This is a little funkier. When that light goes out, voila.
Oh, you got a seal on there.
Yep,
Okay.
and then Frank, he's vacuum sealed it.
Okay.
So I'm not going to make too many. We're trying to see what size
Yeah.
bag.
Right.
This is it.
Brenda and Frank are old pros at this. They've done a lot of their own meat over the years, and I think you all actually cut up your own lamb, don't you,
Yeah,
Frank?
we
We
do.
do. She
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. So they come and get a lamb from us, and we just skin it, and then they come and pick it up as a whole lamb, and they cut it up the way they want,
Yeah, it has helped me appreciate how to cook the different cuts, knowing where it comes from.
knowing where it comes from.
Yeah, and it's made a huge difference in how we cook the animal. So,
Really, just knowing how it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, okay, well, that's where it's like, what's the Barnsley chop? It's like, oh, now I get it, and it's funny what a difference it makes.
Yeah, that's awesome. What do you think of this hamburger you're working with?
This is beautiful.
Is it beautiful?
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed.
Frank, you said you're hungry already? Well, Jan's got homemade tomato soup for us, and we're going to cook up some hamburgers for lunch today, so
Sounds good.
we're going to get to try it. I wanted to show Brenda your cooler, the lean, the 100.
Yes, absolutely.
She's got 100% lean in here. Now there's mix. Yeah, she's got some mix, but then she's got some 100%. That's in the bottom down here? Yeah.
Yeah, up against the ice. Yeah,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, that you can really see the difference between
Yeah.
those.
Oh, yeah. That one's got fat in it, and that one doesn't.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with the extra lean?
We usually, when we cook, we brown it,
Yep.
in which case we don't need it to clump, so the absence of fat doesn't hurt.
Okay.
So yeah, we don't tend to eat hamburgers so much as use the beef as an ingredient.
I got you.
Shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spaghetti sauce, chili, things
Okay.
like that where we don't need the chunks anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Cool.
taco.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's kind of nice to fry up hamburger and not have all that grease in the bottom
Yeah.
like you buy at
exactly.
the store, you know. It's
Yeah, and if you're gonna add it, you know what you're adding.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And having that level of control makes a huge difference.
Yes.
And they do a lot of their own grinding of sausages and things like that too. So
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll buy giant turkeys.
It's quite rewarding working with meat, isn't it?
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
yeah. It's like you're laying back the larder for the coming winter,
Absolutely.
so to speak.
Yeah, and it is really, and again, appreciating that the animals. So
Yes.
what is your quote?
Oh, the Italians say that every animal deserves a good life, a good death, a good butcher, and a good cook.
There you go.
We're doing our part, and you've done yours.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you. Frank, I love that quote. I'm going to write that one down.
It's a good one.
I'd never heard that before.
it's on video now.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. It's on the
Now
video.
it's YouTube forever.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, every animal deserves a good life, a good death, a good butcher, and a good cook.
Love it. Love it. That
I
is,
think it's Italian. I think it's Italian.
that is so true.
If it's not, one of his viewers will tell you.
Well, you know, we go back to what people say, your animal, you eat what your animals eat.
Yeah.
And so your animal's eating really nice, fresh grass every day and being moved all the time to fresh grass. And then you eat that, you're eating, quality food.
Yeah,
So,
this is absolutely beautiful.
yes. So, anyway, with that, I'm going to wrap this thing up. Thank you all for participating in that, Frank and Brenda. Thanks for showing up and being our packers today. And yeah, and they're going to go home with some meat.
They work for food.
Yeah, they work for some beef, so that's awesome. And Ben, thank you.
Absolutely.
Man, you hung in there and
Master grinder.
yeah, master grinder, that's right. Well, this is cool though, having two grinders back to back like this. It really speeded it up.
And it helped to have 2 vacuum packs because I was making bags
Yep,
and they were filling them.
yep. Well, Jan, you're knocking out the dishes over there. So anyway, we're going to get ready to have some hamburgers in a little bit. So everyone have a good one. And we're going to sign off. See you all down the road and hit that subscribe button on the way out and the like. And everyone have a great day.